Hey, this is Crystal Cotton, but you can call me Sherpa, and I am so glad you are here. So, what are we talking about is if God is in control, why is there so much stuff that's messed up right now? Why? What I'm going to share with you today are 3 ways that I think God is in control. And just encourage you to think about what that means when you say it and how that plays out in your life. So let's get into the content. So what made me think about this today is I saw a couple things. One, I was out on Facebook stories. I saw a lot of posts that said, God is in control. God is in control. And then another guy was like, well, heaven is better than earth and it's going to be better and all this kind of stuff. And then I was thinking this is one of those areas when I share my story and I talk about times when things didn't make sense to me from a spiritual perspective and I didn't really have answers. This is one of those areas where it wasn't really a place where there are really, really good, clear answers or perspectives or anything like that. So let me share what I was thinking. My thought was, if God is in control of everything, then why are there so many things that are not in order? And I would see, the way my experience of God is in control would be is that there'd be some person, usually an older person, who sees something that's really messed up, that's wrong, people making stupid decisions in life, things going on that don't make sense, innocent people getting hurt, and they go, well, God is in control. And then if you go, well, okay, and then they just drop it. It's like we go, oh, well, God is in control, and then we drop it. Or if you ask a little bit further on that, you say, well, how is God is in control? Look, you know what? All I know is that God is in control and God don't like ugly. And this is going to work out for our good. And so that's just the way it is. God is in control. And I don't know if it's just like the intellectual part of me. It just was not clicking in. So what I'm going to share are 3 reasons why, or 3 questions, or 3, I'm not sure exactly what to call them, but how I think God is in control. Because I don't disagree with that in the sense that control means that there's an overriding process that allows there to be a certain outcome generated based on a series of behavior. So if you look at anything in the world, honestly, there's systems that are in place. So, for example, if you look at your body has an immune system. It has a system that's put in place that protects you, and it has a certain way that it works, a certain protocol. Now, what happens to you when something invades your body? There's a certain behavior and a certain sequence of events that happens that's programmed systematically to occur, assuming that there aren't any external influences to knock it out of what it's supposed to do, right? It's a system. So that's one way that God is in control, right? He created us with systems that protect us in the environment that we're in so that we can be safe and effective in doing what we're doing here on the planet, okay? All right, that makes sense. Systems. The second thing is the solar system, okay? Another way God is in control is that there's a solar system that's in place. There's a group of planets that revolve around the sun at a very predictable rate and a very predictable time at a very predictable distance. In fact, there's relations between the distances. It's all in order. It's all in divine order. So that is a way of control, a system that's placed in place for you to ensure a certain outcome, assuming that there are no impediments to the system, okay? Then the third way I was thinking that God's in control is in energy systems. So we have our body, and then we have energy that's related to our body. We have vibrations that go in and out based upon our thoughts and our thinking and our words that we speak. There's the ability to change the vibration and the activity that goes on as it relates to us in relation to what we're surrounded by, okay? Another system. But this statement, God is in control, it has this undercurrent of, oh, well, I don't know what's going to happen, but God is going to reach down in and pluck that mess out and fix it. And that doesn't make sense. There's systems that are in place that are designed to address certain things. And I think that what's missing and what I learned in my experience is that the system is supposed to be used in order to create the result that God has intended. So in other words, if there's a situation that's happening, it's not the one good thing about saying God is in control is that it prevents you from thinking about the negative outcome. Okay, that's one good thing, because if you continue to think about the negative income, the system, the vibrational system that God has put in place in how we operate in the universe will cause that negative situation to occur. Okay, but what's great is when you say God is in control, if you really can drop that and not doubt that God is in control, you in effect are minimizing the potential of that situation to get worse. Just by changing your thought. Just a tweak to say, oh, God is in control. And so you turn that off, which is great. I love it. But there's another step that you can take. There's another action that's involved. It's not always just drop it. You can take other steps. In other words, where you could stop and say God is in control, you could also take additional step and say, not only is God in control, but God gave me the ability to manage my thoughts and energy. And so I'm now going to begin to think upon and bring into bear my preferred outcome for this situation. In other words, your prayer, okay? So say you say God's in control, and then you pray. And then again, when you're praying, you're putting an outcome out that you'd like to see come back, which the energetic system does that. It causes the vibration to send it out, and then the universe brings it back to you, okay? And then as long as you don't doubt, now you're putting more positive in the atmosphere and you're bringing it back, right? So what I understand now is that to say God is in control, there's more to it than just dropping it like a hot potato, even though there's value in that. The part that was missing for me was the connection that says not only can you say God's in control and drop it, but you have power to say God is in control and then begin to focus on the outcome, the positive outcome that you like to see. And that has more power in it than just dropping it, if that makes sense. So that's what I wanted to share, is just kind of my experience with the concept of God is in control, what my research and discernment has taught me about what it means when God is in control, in the hopes that it will help people who may feel helpless to understand that there is a way that you can help to improve your situation, and that is through understanding the power that you have in the ability to have your thoughts and your words create outcomes, which is a real thing. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Again, the three systems that, well, more than three, but three systematic ways that God is in control is one, just even looking at our immune system and how our body is cared for. Number two is looking at the solar system and how our environment is cared for. And three, looking at our energy systems and vibrations and how we have the ability to affect our environment. So I hope that was helpful for you. If it was helpful, then definitely share the video. And what I would love to hear is what you do or what your experience is when you've said in the past, God is in control. In other words, what was the situation that was happening? And then before you said God is in control, and then how did you change your behavior after you said God is in control, and how that all worked out. I would love to hear stories about that and how that worked for you. So definitely message me. You don't have to post here, but definitely message me. I would love to have a conversation with you about that. So with that, I hope you had a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.